Welcome back to the Real Estate Agent School, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to set up the perfect client appreciation event without costing you a bajillion dollars and being able to do it all by yourself without a brokerage or a team. If you stay to the end of this video, I'm actually going to provide you with a step-by-step process and somewhat of a checklist to go down to make sure you've hit every single aspect of what's going to make you the most money, providing the value to your clients, and having a great time by holding client events on a consistent basis. So as many of you may know, client events are the bane of my existence. I love them and I hate them. I say this because if you are not going to put in the effort to invite your clients, follow up with them, and send out those emails, handwritten events, knock their doors, whatever it may be, they're 100% a waste. You're going to get no business from something if you're not actually putting in the work to make the client event successful. And so with that being said, if you do it correctly, it is insanely profitable and one of the best ways to just stay in touch with the people that you have already met, have already talked to, and are already clients of yours. So for the first step of creating a client event, you have to be committed to set aside time to prospect for your event. This is really easy, obviously, because you're already talking to people that you have done business with, are part of your sphere of influence, or you have already put into your database. But the number one thing that is extremely important, that has nothing to do with the details of the actual event, is that you are going to call your database, email your database, knock the doors of prospects that you've talked to in the past, and are going to get people in front of you to invite them to the event. If they come, even better. If they don't come, it actually doesn't matter. The conversation and the invite is what is most important. So when you're building a client event, there's so many ways to do it. There's a way you can build it out yourself where people pay to come to the event if it's a little bit more extreme and you want to make it a really, really cool event. If you want to just hold it yourself and cover the cost yourself, that's pretty much the route I go. But the third way to make it even better is bring in partners, bring in a title company, a lender, a financial advisor, people in the industry that can benefit by getting around your circle of people and having them pitch in on the cost of the event. That way you can get people out to your event. They can enjoy the time with you. They don't have to pay a single penny, and you can provide business to others around you while profiting in the same sense by just making friends and having a good time with people at a client event. So with that being said, I want to give you a couple ideas of client events that I have been a part of in the past that have been really awesome and really successful. The first is I am actually planning an Easter egg hunt right now for clients that is going to be an absolute blast. Easter egg hunts can be a raffle opportunity, an opportunity to watch kids run around and have a blast while talking to parents about real estate or just about their lives. It's gonna come up. It's just a win-win regardless. It's an awesome opportunity to have a good time, have people come out and just mingle as you're having the event. That is the key to a client event, is you do not want to have an event, or at least only a handful, maybe even just one, where you don't have the opportunity to talk to somebody. This is like a movie premiere or something where the client is preoccupied, where you can't have a conversation with them. Don't get me wrong, movies, like just barely when Top Gun came out, the most golden opportunity to have a client event because everybody wanted to see the movie. So if there's a movie like that where people are really want to see that movie, that's when I would hold one around that event. But other than that, shoot for client event days at like a water park or splash pad, or even a Halloween event going around to like a pumpkin patch. All of these are fantastic opportunities because it gives you an opportunity to talk to your client and just have a blast. So when you're going to set up a client event, all it takes is a invite link. Eventbrite.com is a fantastic resource for this. You build out your event and boom, there you have it, and you send it to your database, your sphere of influence, past clients, family, friends, and you're off to the races with getting people signed up. The logistics of the event are a given, by if you're going to get food, if you're going to book a venue, or if you need to book a time with a pumpkin patch or tree farm or splash pad, whatever it may be. That is all super easy to do and can be done within an hour of two of just making a couple quick calls. So if you have a link for people to sign up, if you have an event planned, if you have food being catered, or just going to the store, hit Costco real quick and buy a bunch of food, that's an easy way to have an event. If you have team members or if you have partners, they can help as well. And now you have a client event that you can market to. So let's get into the important side of this video of how to make this profitable for you. When you're inviting your clients to this event, like I said, this is the most important part of the entire process. You want to call them and bring up real estate zero of the conversation. Call them and just say, hey, I wanted to check in. How are things going? And actually care about their life, because you should. These people are important to you, and so you want to hear about what's going on with them. Talk to them about what's going on and just say, the reason I called is because I want to invite you to a client appreciation event that I would love to see you at. I'll send you the information. I hope everything is great. And if you need anything, like always, just reach out. Hang up, move on to the next one. You had a fantastic conversation with your client or someone you know, and they're now invited to that event, which gives you another opportunity to speak with them and follow up. It's probably one of the best forms of prospecting out there because people feel loved. They feel like they have the rule of reciprocity now on them, where you invited them to something, they want to give back the favor. Usually it's in the form of business or real estate or a referral, whatever it may be. And so it's super easy and fun. You don't have to have a lot of pressure on you to do so. You can just have a good time by setting this up and calling through your database. The reason why a client event is extremely powerful is because if you hold one a couple times throughout the year, people start to get accustomed to getting an invite. They'll be able to make it to a couple, and these will become staples that people look forward to, where your Easter egg hunt yearly becomes absolutely epic, where people don't want to miss it, or your water park summer event becomes a staple and their family counts on it. And when they get the invite, they get super excited to come hang out and spend time with you. So these are all things that I would focus on implementing into your business, because it's an easy way to follow up with your clients and make sure they know that you are their go-to real estate agent. So this is a very brief overview of how to do a client event, but the reason why that is because it's not hard. It's literally just planning an event and just inviting people to it. You're making sales calls, you're knocking doors anyways. You may as well just go back to those people you've already talked to, have a really friendly conversation of why you're there, invite them to something, and move on to the next one. So to finish up this video, so you have a very concise step-by-step process of how to build a client event, here are the following steps I would take to make sure you have a successful event. Step number one is make sure you're committed. Make sure you are willing to make the calls and invite people, because otherwise you're going to waste your money and it's not going to be worth it. Step number two is determine your event. Just the logistics of it. Decide where you're going to have it, what it's going to be. Are you going to do giveaways, food, and just kind of what the event is going to be made up of. Shoot for an event where you can mingle with people, where there's opportunity to talk and people are not just singled out and you can't have a conversation with them. Number three, make sure you bring in partners or team members to help with the event, to one, make it more cost efficient, as well as benefit them because you're providing opportunities for them to land business as well. Getting partners in the real estate business is extremely important and will help you succeed more than a lot of other things that people preach or do, because if somebody has the network you are looking for, why not leverage that? Number four is make the calls. Like earlier, you committed, now make the calls. Invite people, set aside time to prospect and actually get people out to the event, with a 4.5 step being when they're at the event, you are not just hanging out. This, sadly, even though the event is fun, is not a time for enjoyment. You are bouncing around from person to person, having conversations, talking to people. You're not sitting down, you're not relaxing. And if you are not tired by the end of the night or day, you did it wrong. Have conversations with as many people as you can, catch up with them. You will 100% get business from an event like this. It's guaranteed because you just have people in front of you in a non-invasive or no pressure type situation. Finally, the last step of the event is when the event is over, make sure you remember who you talked to and the conversations you had. If you have to carry around your phone after a conversation, write down who you talked to, write down what the conversation was about. And when the event is over, you're going to send a text, an email, handwritten note, whatever it may be. You are going to say, thank you so much for coming to my event. I really appreciate your support. And like always, if you or a family or friend need anything in the real estate industry, please let me know as your go-to real estate agent. Send it off, say thank you, and just leave it be. By consistently doing this and inviting people out, giving them the opportunity to have a great time, and then being super laid back in the fact that you're saying thank you, and if they need anything in the real estate industry to let you know, is going to procure business like you would never imagine. So hopefully this video provided you with value. If there's anything else you would like to hear on this channel about real estate and how to succeed as a real estate agent, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. There is so much to come. I'm so excited with the announcements that are coming down the pipe, as well as what I have planned for the real estate agent school. And so if you need anything, reach out and I'll catch you in the next video.